Here we have the daily price chart for Palantir Technologies Incorporated, stock ticker PLTR. So as we can see here, the stock is starting to have a bit of a downside reversal here. Not much, but we're starting to see a bit of a pullback here after the stock has seen this tremendous run to the top side. Currently, the price highs are coming in at 32.75. This would be the high that was posted during the Friday, August 16 trading session. And now we're starting to see Palantir buck the market trend a bit because we're seeing a lot of share price action and many other technology stocks that's starting to move higher today. But we are starting to see a bit of a pullback here in Palantir, which is not surprising given the fact that we've seen this tremendous run higher here in a very short period of time. So in this video, what we're going to be looking at will be some very important price levels, support and resistance zones, so that we can identify a proper and profitable trading strategy for this stock going forward. So currently, just to re-summarize here, we can see that the stock has had a major reversal coming from these 21-23 lows that were posted during the August 5 trading session. As that has happened, we have seen a bit of a decline here in trading volumes. So this is a bit of a worrisome sign here, and it does suggest that some sort of pullback was going to need to happen for this stock relatively soon. In addition to that, we do have the share price itself that's starting to deviate sharply away from its own exponential moving average cluster. And if we go back on this price chart, in longer term in its history, we can see several instances where the stock has needed to take a breather here and revert back toward its moving averages in situations where the stock price itself has deviated far away from those moving averages. So, that's not abnormal at all. Stocks tend to revert toward the mean more than anything else. I mean, that's by far the most common scenario for a stock. So, as we can see here, there's a major distance between the share price and the exponential moving average cluster. So a bit of a decline here it should not be surprising to anybody. The real question at this point is how far will the stock start to fall before we start to see a reversal, before we start to see share prices recover due to the fact that investors are stepping back into the market, getting a bit of a better price on the stock, and buying PLTR at a discount. So in my view, what would really need to happen first would be a break back below this $30 level, roughly $29.80, $29.85 is the level that I've been watching here. And the reason that I point to this level is not due to the psychological nature of that level. It is very easy to get caught up in these round numbers, $25, $50, $100, things like that. $30 would be another example of a psychological level that can influence share prices. But, I try to avoid that type of analysis because I just think it's very simple, very basic, and it's not based on any true technical signal. So in this case, I think that things are a little bit different here, given the fact that we've got some historical resistance zones, which came in right around 29.83. This would be the price high from the July 18 trading session. And then in addition to that, you have the 23.6% Fibonacci retracement of this dominant move to the top side. So as we can see here, this major reversal in share prices did lead to an uptrend that is currently dominating and influencing price action at the moment. So the real question here is when this will start to retrace itself, when share prices will start to reverse. As things currently stand, the 23.6% Fibonacci retracement, this red zone here, currently comes in just above the $30 mark. It's roughly $30.03. And then in addition to that, you also have this 29.83 historical resistance zone that is likely to continue to influence share prices going forward. So when I see two technical factors like this lining up in the same area, it is enough to give me reason to believe that support zones could start to develop in this area. So, in other words, if we did start to see a break back below this area, specifically, I would really call this 29.80. If we did see a break below 29.80, I would start to expect a deeper retracement in this stock. And anybody that's long this stock, I understand that people that are bullish and holding positions like that, I understand that people don't want to hear these things, but at the same time, you can't just expect a stock to move in one direction, and that would be to the top side or to the downside. So, the real question at this point with Palantir is whether or not these gains have really run their course. Have we reached a point where this current rally, has started to exhaust itself and complete itself? Do we need to see a pullback here, a deeper decline, in order for the stock to sort of reset itself, move back toward its moving averages, and then present another buying opportunity there going forward? For these reasons, I do think that there are many other stocks that are probably a better value at the moment. I don't really suggest that people start to buy the stock at current prices. I think that that would be a major mistake. I think you're setting yourself up for declines at that point. If you were to look at the stock from a bullish perspective like that, I do not think that this is time to buy. In my trading room, I just released a new stock trade yesterday, which I think is a much better buy at current levels. A stock that has not seen this type of run up. It's actually more of a reversal play, a stock that's actually relatively cheap at the moment, extremely cheap at the moment, I should say, because there is a significant amount of upside from there in that stock. But as things currently stand for Palantir, at the very minimum, I would need to see a retracement back toward this 29.85 level, roughly, probably a bit of a break below the $30 mark. I think that that should start to wash out some of these shorter term trades. Some of the people that are buying the stock based on these, recent moves higher. A lot of the people, many people are kind of late to the game at this point. And did buy the stock at elevated levels. Those positions are just asking to be stopped out, or at least, come under some pressure, because this is a significant move higher. We are currently trading in overbought territory, as we can see on the relative strength index. That would be the purple line at the bottom of the chart. And then in addition to that, we have another example. The relative strength index itself is really deviating sharply from its own exponential moving average, which is the yellow line on this chart. And we can see that when that happens, we start to see a reversion back to the mean. I mean, we can see it in the indicator reading as well. In this case, it was to the downside. As prices were moving into this 2123 level, the relative strength index deviated sharply from its exponential moving average, and we needed to see a reversion to the mean and move back to the top side in order to recover these losses and move back toward the longer term moving averages. So, there are plenty of examples of this happening in the past. I could look, longer term on this chart, pull out to longer term time frames and show many examples of that happening with this stock. It has happened many times with Palantir. So these are factors that need to be watched for going forward. Here's the current market analysis for Palantir Technologies Incorporated, stock ticker PLTR. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership and start trading stocks with the pros.